Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video, and on today's video we are going to be making kind of like a small apartment style build. I wanted to go for something like if you're in a big city, you go up the stairs and then there's your house. I don't know, it's just kind of like my take on it. Like if you're like in New York City, you have to go up, like a flight of stairs to actually enter in the door. So I kind of want to replicate that, but in the monochrome aesthetic. So hopefully this works out. Right now, I'm just kind of building outward how much I think I will need. Sometimes I think I need like a certain amount of space, and it works out, and other times it don't. But I'm kind of playing along with the road too, because I don't know how far I can actually extend it out just yet. So we're gonna have to wing that. Per the usual, that is my specialty, is winging things. So right now I'm just kind of mapping out actually how far I can extend this outward, just because I don't really know. And we are going to be moving a walker here. We found him in our last video, and I'm really glad we actually got him. I kind of regret not getting him the first time around. It could have saved me a few hours, but I think he's a really good villager and cute, and I know it's someone's favorite villager. I remember in my villager tier list, someone said that is his favorite, his or hers favorite, but I think they were really going to appreciate this build, especially for him. And I'm kind of mapping out to just future ideas, what I want to do, because I know I need another way of getting up here. I don't know quite yet what I'm going to do up here and different ways around, so I'll get to that at some point. I know I have a few other builds in mind that I want to do, but you guys let me know in the comments if you have any other builds you want me to see. I'm going to be doing my best to make big builds, like kind of like skyscraper look builds and like kind of like fake buildings and stuff. Just something fun, and maybe it can get you guys some ideas too on what you might want to do for your own island. And it doesn't have to be in the monochrome aesthetic, it can be in any type of aesthetic that you want. That's what's really fun about this game. You can take an idea from someone else and turn it to your own. I do that from time to time, and it really works out into my favor because you can always alter things and make it your own, I guess. And now I am confused. I don't know exactly how I want the stairway to work, and if the house is even going to be able to fit up here properly. You know how Animal Crossing is, and kind of like the barriers, you can't build things a certain way, or you can't even place a tree right beside a house, which I think is ridiculous. I really wish that you could. It would just cover up a lot more things, and you'd be able to do a lot more, I feel like. Hopefully in the next game they kind of fix a lot of these, I wouldn't say a lot of issues, but some of the smaller things that people really want. I feel like that would be really fun. Like there's one thing where you can put pathing underneath of a tree. That's actually on one of my other islands, but you can't do that anymore. So I just left it there just for old time's sake, because I remember when these glitches were first discovered. Just something really cool and nostalgic for me that I plan to keep on my main island forever. It's just, I don't know, something really cool. And now that I got the kind of the layout of it okay-ish for right now, I'm going to start putting in some more pathing just to cover it in just a little bit more. And I'm adding in just a little bit of gradients, like different color grays, just to help kind of cover it up just a little bit more, and also to give it something else for people to look at, just so it's not so boring. And I'm also going to do the same thing right above, but this time around I'm just going to use the sidewalk path. I feel like it looks the best and the cleanest, I guess. And up here too, I wanted to put something kind of cool and modern-ish. I feel like a lot of people don't use these items that I'm going to use today, and including myself, I rarely get to use any of these items, so I'm always excited to try out something new. So hopefully you guys like what I'm going to put up here. I just think it's a cute way to add some of these different items that you rarely get to use, and that honestly keeps me interested in the game, finding new ways to implement like different items and discover new things, because I always discover new things on this game. It's kind of crazy, even though I have many thousands of hours in this game. I always learn something new, and that's really fun. It always draws me back into the game. I did decide to expand this out one more. I may even expand out just a little bit more, just because I want a little more room. I don't want this to be too cramped. I want it to be a little bit bigger. So hopefully this will work out just a little bit better. But for right now, we'll wing it and see how this turns out. Right now, the shape looks a little wonky, kind of crazy. But hopefully we can use this to our advantage and create something cool. If not, it probably will not be in the video. But hopefully it does turn out something good. And I'm honestly very happy with the shape. I think this will actually work. So our next step is actually going around and filling in the rest of the area, just to kind of, you know, fill in everything else, not to make it look like it's plain and we're just walking in grass. So we need to tile up all these like little areas over here. I'm also going to create just another like little 4-link path just to show that there's going to be a road going downward for later on, because your boy forgets things, okay? So I need a reminder of where I left off at so I can come back to it later on. And we're going to extend this road all the way out over here just to help fill it in a lot more. And this road is so good. You guys, if you haven't used this road yet, highly recommend it. It will be in the description below if it isn't already. But yeah, now we're at the resident services. Speak with our boy Tom Nook to take more of our money. And we're going to go ahead and move over our villager. Again, I've already said this, but I'm really glad we landed on him. Such a good villager and a cute doggo, and I really hope you guys do like him. Also, we're getting a stone staircase so we can use it to lead up to his house. And the stone staircase, I didn't think it would work out as good, but I'm really glad it does. I hope in our new game, whenever that does come out, we'll be able to have like different staircases or even be able to customize them. I just feel like that would be really cool. And also we're grabbing Walker so we can actually place down his plot as well. He does look really cute and he fits the theme very well. Even though he has an orange shirt, doesn't matter, he's super cute. And now that we got all the things, we went ahead and placed Walker's house right above. And we're going to be placing the stairway 1 block away from the wall, just so we can put stuff over there so we can cover up the wall as best as we can. I just think it looks better. And on the next day we time traveled and we moved everything right on over. So everything actually looks really good and Walker's house looks really, really good. And now to cover up everything, I'm going to be doing the same thing kind of over here, following the same theme with our other like little apartment complex. We're going to be placing some ash trees over here as a filler, and also to add that little pop of green that Monochrome-core really does need. I feel like if not, it will be too boring. And I just wanted to add some stuff in between to help cover up the terraforming wall as best as we can. I know it won't be perfect, but it will fool the eye, at least for the time being. But I really like these ash trees. They add so much, and I'm glad that they have a black border, because if not, I would have been up a creek on that one. And now I wanted to add just different like height levels here. Like I didn't want to keep on putting simple panels everywhere, so I wanted to add a wide display stand just to give it a little different like height. And the wide display stand is a weird height, so it works out really well. And over in this area, I wanted to fill it in just a little bit more, so I just added a street lamp, and I wanted to add something else too, just over here to help cover it in just a little bit more. So why not? Let's add a trash can. I think it works, and I kind of layered it, so I don't know, it looks good. And now you can actually see Walker's house, and this is a perfect amount of space. I was worried that there wasn't going to be any room to go by, and it would be just for looks. I'm glad that there's more room than that. I added a little street lamp just to kind of go with the theme a little bit more. And now I needed to go back into the design mode to actually fill in the path underneath of it, because every time you move a house, it removes some of the pathing. Don't know why, but it does. So we actually need to put this back. And I wanted to add a different like color here, and I think it works. It looks good enough for right now. And now we actually get to decorate his like yard area. So I'm going to be putting a lot of different fence types around just to give it some interest. And also down here, like I was saying before, I wanted to add stuff over here on this wall just to cover it up some more. I didn't want like it to be right against the wall, because if it did, it would show some of like the brown terraforming and just take away from the aesthetic we're going for. And thankfully, the simple panel design that I use is totally free. You don't even have to download a code or anything. It's just a path they already give you. So why not? We're going to use it. I've seen it on Pinterest before too, and it works out really well. It kind of goes with this theme really, really good. So I'm glad I came across that. And also, just to give it some more layers, add another wide display stand to help kind of cover it up. And on the back of the wall here, I was conflicted at first what I wanted to use, if I was going to use more like simple panels, because this is actually going to be like his little parking spot, and I didn't want to add something that was going to push it out too much. I wanted something right against the wall, so I had to think on that just for the moment. And also, I wanted to add this to where you have to go around, just to give you, like, I don't know, like you're exploring just a little bit more. I just feel like it's something cool, and I really wanted to add that little fence there. And now that that is placed, and it actually looks really good, I was confused on if I wanted it to be like right in front of the stairway, but I opted just to push it in just a little bit more to cover that up. And to cover up the wall, I just added a fence. I know it doesn't cover it up all the way, but I needed something that was really thin, and I love the fence. So I wanted to use it a lot. And then also a luxury car, because Walker is bougie and he needs a luxury car. And just to kind of change it up a little bit more, I took away one of those steel fences and added a vending machine. And I feel like the layering is really good, so I left it as is. And over here on the side, I always like using different types of fences, and the safety railing is one of the best. It covers up a lot of space, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's like half a block long. It's really, really good. And I put one of these like cute little like tree planters in front of Walker's house. And this planter box, it kind of fits, but I really wanted to use it, so I just left it. It's cute, and maybe Walker likes to garden, I don't know. It just looks good. And then another little like planter partition right in the front, just to give it some more greenery. And over here on the side, I was confused on everything I wanted to put, because I have a lot of items, but I don't know how to place it just because we're working with a smaller area. So this was kind of a mess, because I didn't know what I wanted, just to be honest. But finally, once I started placing down more fences and stuff, I kind of got an idea in mind what I wanted to do, because this right here was too boring. It was just straight gray fence like all the way across, and I didn't want to keep it like that. I wanted to add some other stuff to give it more dimension and more interest. So I kind of scrapped that idea entirely, and I added another steel fence on the side here. I feel like it adds a lot and gives it some more height, and to where you're not looking right off like into the ocean, just kind of covers up the area a little bit more. And Walker is going green, so he is using a solar panel to power up his house. I just thought this was too cool, and I couldn't pass up this opportunity to fill in the area some, so I wanted to use that. And also, Walker likes to exercise, so I wanted to add all kinds of like exercise equipment around. Like I said, I never get to use this stuff, and I don't know, I think it's really cool and cute. So I think it's a good idea for him to have like a little workout patio type thing. I don't know, because also the aesthetic I'm going for is simple. Like, I don't want to put in a lot of items everywhere. I want this to be just filled in enough. I don't know, I feel like the simple look is a really good look. So I added this little ball too, like a little exercise ball. It's really funny when you bounce it. But yeah, this is our final walkthrough. This was a really fun build, and I really hope you guys did enjoy today's like little apartment build. It was really fun to make. And that wraps up today's video on Walker's little apartment build. I really hope you guys did enjoy today's video. And honestly, this is really simple, and you didn't have to add too many things to this build to make it look really good. There's so many different layers in this build, and I don't know, I had a blast making this. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy today's video and want to see more Animal Crossing content, or if you have any other recommendations on what games you want me to play, leave it down in the comments below. And yeah, till next time.